Hey yo guys, it's your friendly neighborhood Dodo here, and today we're back with some new news on the XFL and USFL merger. Now, a bit of quick background if you don't know what the XFL or USFL is, since I know I've never really discussed it on this channel. The XFL and USFL are both spring football leagues, sort of like the NFL, but in the spring. American football, that is, and both have been competing for fans and viewership in the spring games. The XFL, or the Extreme Football League, was originally a merger of football and wrestling, taking heavy influence from its owners, which were highly linked to the WWF. In the XFL Premier Game, they garnered numbers that even rivaled the Super Bowl of the year, 2001, but during the regular season, viewership dropped quite a bit, and eventually it would shut down for foreseeable future. But that's a story for another time. After their first season, the league ceased operations due to low ratings. The XFL wasn't out yet, though, as it returned in 2020 for its new incarnation's inaugural season, but being cancelled halfway through due to COVID, and later being sold to The Rock, among others, for $15 million. Finally, in 2023, the XFL would have the first full season since 2001, which in the end, the Arlington Renegades would beat out the DC Defenders 35-26 in the XFL Championship. Now on the other side, we have the USFL, or the United States Football League, which originated in the 1980s and has roots all the way back to the 1960s. The original USFL, which originally had a remarkable amount of success, copying the best traits of the old AFL and WFL, which both competed with the NFL in professional football leagues. After this mostly successful start, the USFL began to crumble due to insubordination of owners on budget caps and other restrictive measures to bolster financial success. In the modern era, it was revived by a plethora of different investors and backers, but the important part that it was successful enough to withstand its inaugural season and would hold playoffs, the first 2022 playoffs eventually being won by the Birmingham Stallions over the Philadelphia Stars 33-30. The following year would result in the same champion, this time beating the Pittsburgh Maulers 28-12. With USFL and XFL rankings rating pretty similar, and them competing for the same viewers in the same time frame, they entered talks to merge the leagues in late 2023, or, current day. So far, it has been confirmed that the leagues will merge, with a name not officially stated, but with rumors of either the UFL, United Football League, or the NSFL, the National Spring Football League. The leagues have released little other information at this point, with what little we do know, that the combined league will move from the current 16 teams they have to only 8, leaving 8 on the chopping block. The USFLPA, or the United States Football League Player Association, has released a list of teams that will move forward from the USFL, including the two-time champion Birmingham Stallions, the Michigan Panthers, the Memphis Showboats, and controversially the Houston Gamblers. The Houston Gamblers specifically being interesting, as while not outright confirmed, basically means the XFL's Houston Roughnecks, a well-popular team, will not be returning for 2024. The USFL teams not returning will include the previous runner-ups in both the championships that they've had, the Pittsburgh Maulers and the Philadelphia Stars. Additionally, the New Orleans Breakers and the New Jersey Generals will be cast aside in the upcoming season. Moving on to the XFL, the only team that has been ruled out by many for a return is the Houston Roughnecks. Without any official words on returning teams and without a player association on the XFL confirming teams, the following is mostly speculation. The most likely team to return is the St. Louis Battlehawks, which holds the by far largest fan base of any team in either league, having a massive average attendance rate in the 30,000 range. Other teams will likely extend into the new leagues would be the DC Defenders and the Arlington Renegades, both the teams that faced off in the recent 2023 XFL Championships, and both successful teams in attendance and recognition in the league. The fourth team, while not outright confirmed, or any of the teams really being confirmed, is most likely thought to be the San Antonio Brahmas. The Seattle Sea Dragons, are also a likely contender though, both doing well in attendance. The Brahmas have the higher average attendance of the two, with around 14,000 average in attendance, while the Sea Dragons only hold about 12,000 on average. The Sea Dragons are the only team on the West Coast, and only viable Spring League team west of Texas. And while the Brahmas have a larger audience, the Sea Dragons hold a regional importance, which, with the new combined league, will need to tap into that market, which they really don't need to accomplish in Texas, where they already have 3 teams probably returning. 3 teams including the Brahmas if they go that route. Though it has been said that the Sea Dragons players have been told to look for no teams, so I don't think they'll be coming back for a 2024 reappearance. The teams that are by far out are most likely the Vegas Vipers and the Orlando Guardians, both having below 10,000 average attendance, and both being generally unknown and sort of unpopular. The third unlikely is the rather popular Houston Roughnecks, who will most likely be replaced by the USFL's Houston Gamblers, which have been confirmed to be returning. Of course, with all this being speculation, any number of things could happen, including even the possible merging of XFL teams like the Roughnecks, Renegades, and Brahmas into maybe 1 Texas team or 2 Texas teams, or the Vegas Vipers being absorbed by someone like the Sea Dragons and continuing as the West Coast team. All of which will be unknown until it is announced, and it's possible these haven't even been thought up yet, as the terms are still undergoing talks and little to nothing has been confirmed. Personally, I believe the new league will shape out as follows. In the XFL category, or what I have titled as the XFC, Extreme Football Conference, got the DC Defenders, the Arlington Renegades, St. Louis Battlehawks, and the San Antonio Brahmas. Otherwise, on the USFC, or the United States Football Conference, the Birmingham Stallions, the Michigan Panthers, the Houston Gamblers, and the Memphis Showboats, all of these USFC teams being confirmed already. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Of course, my conference/divisions aren't exact on naming convention, or even if that's teams they will contain, as they may focus them more on geographic location than the rigid league lines that have been preset. I'm working on another video about player reallocation, that will happen in the new league, and maybe going over some of the top prospects and possibly how they'll decide things like the draft order, which has been brought up by the USFL PA. Now, the players from the teams that are being cut are most likely going to go into a reallocation draft and have been confirmed for at least the USFL side. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like and subscribe. Cliche, but it does mean a lot, especially to small channels such as mine. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.